Have you ever gone to the fridge, looked inside, and felt like there's nothing to eat? It's because you're not hungry enough. You're not sufficiently motivated to get out the ingredients and put something together. It's the same with everything in life. Everything's available. Like, you actually have tools at your disposal. You have mentors that are available. Everything's there. But until you're hungry enough, it's not going to reveal itself like it needs to reveal itself. Like, it needs to be like, I am here for you to achieve what you want to achieve. It's all there. It's all available. So this video is going to feel like a little bit of a kick in the balls, which is something that it's not really on brand for me. It's not really my thing to be like, hey, you being super lazy and you need to get off your ass. But I've found that people are actually responding to that kind of content more than when I get really personal and I'm like, these are all the mistakes that I'm making. These are all the ways that I'm messing up. These are all of my flaws and insecurities, and I get really vulnerable and I'm like, I'm being authentic and people can understand and people can relate. But what actually seems to happen is people go, yeah, Kai, you're f***ing up, you're a piece of, and you aren't achieving what you want to achieve. Like, and it becomes like, I've used the expression before, like I'm a zoo animal on exhibit in a cage, and it's like, oh, look at that interesting creature that is struggling to figure out the complexities of life. Like, no, the point of it is we're all doing this together, right? So I'm just trying to be a little bit human, a little bit vulnerable and relatable, and share what I'm going through so that you can see that you're not alone in this world. But every now and then I got to go like, look, I'm actually crushing it in a lot of areas because I'm looking at myself, I'm doing this introspective work, trying to figure out these issues and challenges and overcome stuff, transcend stuff. So today, that's what came into my awareness. I'm like, people are just being lazy, man. People have everything that they need to achieve what they want to achieve. And if you're not ready to admit that to yourself, you're going to be so triggered right now. You're going to be like, my fridge is empty. I've got all these excuses. You're going to start to be like, but what about this? What about that? Excuses, excuses, excuses. I share these little, I call them contemplative quotes, contemplative content on Instagram and Facebook. And you would think that people would sort of read these little bits of contemplative information and go away and reflect about their lives and think, yeah, I need to make some changes. I need to like consider this. But one of the really common responses is actually people hit the respond button, like to go into your DMs, and they hit me with their excuses. They start to be a victim. They start to blame other things. They start to blame their circumstances, their family, their community, whatever it is. I don't respond to that stuff because you're missing the point. The people that are getting it are transforming before our eyes. And like, it's really impressive to me when people take responsibility for their own lives and they make massive changes. That's what I want to inspire and empower people to do. And if you're new here, like, I don't discriminate at all. And I don't like, discriminate has so many connotations. I mean, like, nobody is disqualified from being inspired and empowered to live their dreams. Like, I work with the most complex mental health. I work with disability. I work with like people who believe or would be taught to believe that they can't have the dream life. Like, they can't do the things that they've imagined themselves to be able to do. Like, I'm here to make people realize that wherever you are right now isn't your pinnacle. Like, you can always get somewhere better. And the first step is to believe that. Like, don't go to the fridge, look inside there and tell yourself there's nothing to eat. Like, apply yourself, go to the fridge, make an assessment, like, and choose the absolute best foods to eat, you know? Like, that's how you need to be approaching life. Like, look for the best mentors, look for the best information. There's an abundance of it out there in this information age where we're all connected to the internet. Like, even the free stuff, like this is free, right? Like, you can come here and you can reflect and you can think, but there's like stuff out there that is really cheap. Like, it'll cost you like 4 coffees worth of money, and then you can do a course that helps you develop a new skill. There's so many free like government subsidized certificates and trainings and things that you can do to incrementally improve your life, but everybody just wants to go from like where they are right now to living the dream, you know, like you might, whatever it is. I'm not even going to give examples for that one. You want to go to the fridge, look in there, snap your fingers and have like a buffet breakfast. Like, it's not going to happen. And the more that we sit around feeling disappointed that life isn't just handing us everything that we're imagining, like the manifestation community is kind of guilty of this. Like, if I just like set my intention every day, it will manifest, it will all show up for me. Like, no, it's 50-50, bro. Like, sure, like the universe kind of conspires to bring you what you are attracting. Like if your intention is like, I want to build community, like community is going to come to you. But if you're sitting on your couch at home, community can't form around that. Like, you've got to put in the same amount of work as you want like life to put in. Like, it's a collaborative process. And I feel like, yeah, it's kind of like, because life is so convenient and easy now, and we can get things so simply, like we don't have to put in a lot of effort in so many areas of life. It's kind of accidentally programming us to be lazy in all areas. Like, if I can just like Uber Eats stuff, if I can just download any music that I want, any shows that I want, to have unlimited content to stream, like, you really don't have to do anything in so many areas of your life. And that can kind of breed that kind of complacency where you just it's entitlement. Like, you come to expect that life is just going to deliver everything to you. It's easy to be resourceful in this day and age, is what I'll say. It's just, you got to start somewhere. You got to look in the fridge and decide what you want. And even if you make a bad decision the first time, you can make that decision again and again. But the problem is that people are just staring into that fridge for eternity and starving to death. Why? Why? Just start making some decisions, start moving in some different directions. You can be living out like 10 lifetimes at once in this day and age. You just need newness, like stuff that's going to get you evolving. So if you're getting anything out of these video diaries, please pass them on to other people you know who won't just get triggered and reactive. They'll actually benefit from it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave your comments down below. Share what you're thinking and feeling. What's popping into your mind? What realizations are you having? And what are you contemplating right now? Because that is just as important, and that's a bigger contribution to this channel than the stuff that I'm saying, because then that's the community that's forming, right? Like I said, if I'm sitting on a couch and I'm not here making these videos, like, how can I expect a community to form? It's just another example of me actually practicing what I preach. Click the like button for me. Did I say that already? I'm kind of rushing this today a little bit as well, because I have actually put way too many things on my to-do list. But anyway, I'll see you again very shortly.